So let's start. So circle, when we say circle, this is a plane curve that is the locus of all points. So we already discussed circle in analytic geometry. So the locus of all points is equidistant from a given point called the center or center. So this comes from the Latin name circus, which refers to a large round enclosed in which chariot races held. So back in the days or in the ancient time, circle is already used. No? So here, we're going to discuss different parts of circle. So number one, we have the arc of the circle. So the arc of the circle is this one, as you can see. It's a part of the circumference, no? So the symbol is S. So S, or the arc of the circle, is the length of the circle between 2 points on the circle or between the radii. So radii, that's the plural form of radius. So 2 radii, when we say 2 radii, from center to this point, and then center to this point. So the distance between them, okay, on the circle is called the radii. Or the arc. So arc S is equal to radius times theta. So wag kayong malito here, no? Kasi theta should be in radians. So nasabi ko na sa inyo yung difference between degree and radians. Tandaan nyo na yung radians is yung radians na pi natin is equal to 180. Okay, yung theta dito is in radians. For example, the given is 60 degrees. For example lang, no? Yung degree natin is in, theta natin is in 30 degrees. So, to convert degrees to radians, tandaan nyo na in pi radian, there are 180 degrees. So, yung theta natin, i-multiply natin yan into pi over 180 degrees. So, another solution or another formula for S or arc is also pi theta that is in degrees r theta that is in degrees times pi over 180 degrees. Okay? So kung gagamit kayo ng theta radian, ng theta times r, dapat yung theta nyo is in radians. Okay? Next one, we have the tangent of the circle. So when we say tangent, this is a line touches circle at once or in one place. So this is perpendicular to the radius. So as you can see, if ito yung circle natin, okay? So ito yung tangent line natin, mag-create siya ng 90 degrees. Or this is perpendicular to the circle. So natapos na natin to in analytic geometry, no? Next one, we have the secant of circle. When we say secant of the circle, if tangent line or tangent of the circle touches circle at one place or one point, secant of the circle is a line cutting the circle into 2 places. So it touches the circle in 2 points or in 2 places. So this is, in this figure, ito yung ating secant line or secant of a circle. Again, we have tangent and secant. Next one, we have chord. So when we say chord, this is a segment of secant bounded by the circle. So this is the secant. The line segment touches the 2 points dun sa circle natin. Let's say we have point A and point B. This is called the chord. Okay? This is the chord. Next one, we have the radius. I hope you're familiar with radius. This is the distance from the center to the circle. So this is the radius. And if we're going to double the radius, this is the diameter or the longest chord of the circle that passing through the center. Okay, so that's the diameter, wherein the diameter is twice of our radius. So D is equal to 2R. Tandaan niyo yan. Or radius is equal to half of the diameter. Next one, we have the circumference of the circle. So in polygons, in able to get the perimeter, we add all sides. But in circle, to get the perimeter, we must get to get the perimeter or the circumference, we must use the formula C equal to 2 pi times radius. And since diameter is equal to 2r, therefore, another formula for circumference is equal to pi d. Again, C or circumference is equal to pi r or pi d. Next one, we have the radian. So we already discussed radian. When we say radian, this is the measure of an angle whose arc length is equal to the radius of the circle. Number 9, we have the sector of the circle. When we say sector, so in previous slide, we already discussed the meaning of the chord. So the area, when we say area, it pertains to the sector. So area is the area bounded by 2 radii and the arc included. So this is bounded by the 2 radii. So this is the segment. As you can see, yung green part here, this is the segment. And the formula for our sector, for the sector, dun man tayo sa sector, wala man tayo sa segment. Ito yung sector pala natin, yung red part. So the sector, this is bounded by the arc and the radius. Okay? So ayan siya. So as you can see, the area for this one is equal to 1/2 theta rad. Okay? So ibig sabihin nito, naka-radians dapat yung theta natin, not in degrees, times radius squared. Okay? So next one, we have the segment of the circle, yung din-discuss ko kanina. This is the area bounded by the chord and the arc subtending the chord. So that means yung green part here, this is the segment. So the chord and the arc. Okay, so this is the segment. Okay, before we proceed to the next slide, let's discuss the formula for the segment. So sabi natin kanina, this is formed by the chord and segment. So actually, yung chord is na-form dahil dito, no? Okay. So actually, segment is equal to the area of the sector less or minus the area of the triangle. So kumbaga, ganito kasi yung segment, guys. Ito yung segment natin. This is formed by subtracting area of segment minus yung ating triangle. So dito meron tayo ditong theta, no? So the area of the segment, so area of segment is equal to area of sector, which is 1/2 theta rad in radians r squared. Okay, so the area of the triangle here, as you can see, meron tayo ditong r and r at meron tayong given na theta. If you're going to recall the formula of our triangle, given 2 sides and the angle, we have 1/2 AB sine theta. Okay, we have 1/2 AB sine theta. Since ang given natin is radius at equal yung kanilang side, so therefore this is 1/2 r squared sine theta. Okay, kung radians tayo here, of course, dapat naka-radians din sa calculator. Soon, pag i-input natin dapat naka-radians din tong theta natin. So if we're going to factor out 1/2 r squared, this is actually equal to theta rad minus sine theta radians. So you can just put this in your notes. Okay, in your notebook, that the area of the segment is equal to 1/2 r squared times theta radian minus theta rad. Actually, we have 2 kinds of segment. We have the major segment and the minor segment. When we say major segment, this is the area is greater than compared to the smaller segment. Yung segment na kinukuha natin here is actually smaller. So that's the minor segment. Okay? And yung area na remaining, that's the major segment. So to get the major segment, okay? So to get the major segment, you just need to subtract yung whole area of the circle less dun sa area of segment natin. Okay? We have different parts of circle again. So let's continue this is number 9 natin. This is number 11. We have the central angle, the angle subtended by the angle subtended by the chord. So as you can see, if we have point A over here and point B over here, okay, so this is the inscribed angle and the central angle. We can call this is the inscribed angle, and we have this central angle. Okay, so this inscribed angle is formed if we're going to extend, if meron chord dito, joining A, B, and a point dito. So this is the inscribed angle, and then, okay. So soon kasi ihanapin natin yung relationship between inscribed angle and central angle sa next slide natin. So central angle is an angle whose vertex is at the center of the circle and whose sides are the radii. The central angle is the angle subtended by an arc. Now, next we have the angle subtended by the chord. This is the angle whose vertex is along the periphery or the circumference and its side are chords. So this one, as you can see in the figure. Next one, we have the annular region. So annular region is if the circle of different radii have common center or center, then they are referred to as concentric circle. Yung figure natin shown below is an example of annular region. Ito, yung shaded part, this is the annular region. Annulus is the area bounded by two concentric circle. So this is the annulus. So here, we have two radii and a common point. So ito yung common center nila. Okay, meron tayong radius 1 at radius 2. So let's say that R1 is actually the outside radius. Then R2 is the inside radius. So the relationship between R1 and R2, as you can see, R1 is actually equal to combination of R2 plus the thickness of the annulus. Okay, so this is the thickness. So in mechanics kasi, we're going to compute area kasi of pipes. So if we're going to consider the diameter of the outer diameter is equal to inner diameter plus twice nung kanyang thickness, or inner diameter is equal to diameter outside or outside diameter less twice ng kanyang thickness. So ito yung ating mga relationship. Now if we're going to consider the area of the annulus, area is equal to pi r1 squared minus, so this is bigger R, pi R2 squared. So let's factor out pi. So we have pi times R1 squared minus R2 squared. Now, if we're going to consider the diameter, remember that diameter is twice ng ating radius. So that therefore R is equal to D over 2. So we have pi d1 over 2 squared minus pi d2 over 2 squared. So that means area is actually equal to pi d1 squared over 4 minus pi d2 squared over 4, or area is equal to pi over 4 times d1 squared minus d2 squared. So this is the formula. Formula, if we're going to consider the diameter, and the formula for annulus if we're going to consider the radius. Okay? So ito yung mga kailangan nating tandaan habang nasa MFE2 pa lang tayo para pagdating natin ng second year is hindi tayo mabibigla kapag magko-compute tayo ng area for the mechanics. Next one, we have the useful theorem involving the circle. So kanina na-discuss natin yung central angle and the inscribed angle. So if a central angle and peripheral angle are subtended by the same arc, ito siya. Ito yung relationship natin. So this is the arc A and B. So this is the inscribed angle, theta, and this is the central angle. Okay? Actually, yung ating central angle is twice ng inscribed angle natin. For example, we have A and B. As you can see, we have line AC and line CB. This is the angle. So same arc pa rin siya na arc AB. So kapag meron tayo ditong line na line AO and line B, same arc pa rin ha with the line AC and CB. So the relationship between the inscribed angle and the central angle is twice niya. So always yan. So for example, if our theta is equal to 30 degrees, therefore the central angle is equal to 60 degrees. Okay? Or kapag 40 degrees to, the central angle is, kapag 40 degrees to, the central angle is 80 degrees. Next one, if inscribed angle subtended by the same arc naman. So here we have a line segment AB and line segment BC. So ang arc natin is si arc AC. And if we're going to draw another line segment AB and line segment BC, yung angle inscribed nung dalawang lines natin is actually the same. So that means angle B is equal to angle B. Ay, tandaan nyo yan ha, basta same sila ng arc. You're going to memorize this one, ha? The useful theorem. Next one, number 3, we have the inscribed angle subtended by the diameter of a circle are actually right angle. If yung isang side ng triangle natin is nandun sa diameter natin, that means yung angle natin here, let's say we have point A and point B. Okay, let's say meron tayo ditong point C. Yung angle, yung inscribed angle natin for line segment AC and BC is actually the same or 90 degrees. So automatic yan, no? As so, hanggat nandun siya sa diameter, automatic na 90 degrees po yung ating angle or inscribed angle here. Another, if we have a point D, again, AD and angle, our angle ADB is still 90 degrees. Another one, if we have point E over here, so therefore the angle AEB is equal to 90 degrees. So basta yung longest side natin is the diameter, yung inscribed angle natin is always 90 degrees. Next one, another useful theorem for circle. We have two chords intersecting at an interior point. So for example, we have a line segment AB and line segment CD. So the intersection point, let's say, is point E. So the relationship between the two line segment is the line segment AE multiplied to line segment EB is actually equal to line segment EC or CE times BE or ED. Again, you multiply this length AE times EB is equal to CE times EB. So you should know the relationship ha, kasi gagamitin natin ito. Next one, I hope familiar pa rin kayo sa secant line. Okay, so meron tayo ditong secant line. So 2 secant line to. So yung first secant line, we have point A and point B. Another secant line, let's say meron tayong point D at point E. Kasi nga secant, diba, tinatouch niya yung circle ng 2 places. So the intersection point of 2 secant line is point C. So the relationship between 2 points of the segment, line segment, is AC from point A to C multiplied to BC is actually equal to DC or CD times EC. So madali lang naman siyang i-memorize. Yung length nito multiplied to the length of the inner, ganito kasi yung mnemonics to, yung farthest distance niya multiplied to the nearest distance is actually equal to the farthest distance of another secant line to the equal to farthest and then nearest again. So ganun yung naging pattern ko to memorize the relationship. So farthest times nearest equal to farthest times nearest. Okay? So don't forget this one ha, kasi kagamitan natin. Now, what if meron tayong tangent and secant line? So this is similar to secant line. The only difference is tangent nga yung given. So we have a tangent line touches a circle at D, and we have secant line touches at the circle at point A and point B. So again, we have farthest, so we have AC, and nearest, BC. So farthest times nearest, that's AC times BC, equal to CD. So as you can see, wala tayong farthest and nearest here. Ang gawin nyo na lang, squared nyo. So farthest times nearest, this is equal to CD squared. Next one, we have the radius perpendicular to the tangent line. Okay, basta kapag tangent ha, and we have a radius, always yan na 90 degrees. Next useful theorem for involving circle is the diameter as the perpendicular bisector. So as you can see, ito yung chord natin. Okay, we have a diameter. Okay, so the relationship between the two is our CE point, line segment CE and line segment DE are equal. Okay, and the arc BC, this arc, the arc BC, and this arc BD is also equal. So equal to. Okay, so this is the perpendicular bisector. So that means 90 degrees to, and also 90 degrees to. Next one, we have the two intersecting tangents. So as you can see, yung intersecting tangents natin. So we have tangent touches a circle at point A, and another tangent touches circle at point C. The intersection point is B. Okay, so if we're going to get the relationship between A, B, and BC equal to, no? So this one, our point BO actually bisect the angle. So if this is theta, therefore this is theta over 2, and this is theta also theta over 2. Your line segment BO is the hypotenuse, while the opposite side is point O to A and point O to C. And of course, the adjacent line, adjacent side is AB and BC, wherein this side and this side are equal. Okay? So another one, last na pala yun, no? So you need to memorize all of this one, no? The parts Also the concept and their formula. So dadagdagan lang natin yung formula natin kasi magpo-proceed na tayo ng inscribe and circumscribe polygon. So for letter A, we have radius of circle circumscribing the triangle. Okay? Yung triangle natin is napapalibutan siya ng circle. So that circle is circumscribing the triangle. Napalibutan niya yung triangle. So if we're going to get the radius of the circle, R is equal to ABC over 4A. No? For example, madali lang kasi kapag isosceles triangle siya or equilateral, madali naman compute yung area niya. What if hindi the same lahat ng sides niya? So dito, applyan na natin siya ng Heron's formula, wherein the area is equal to the square root of S times S minus A, S minus B, S minus C. Wherein again, S is the semi-perimeter. So tandaan niyo to ha, pag radius of circle circumscribing the triangle, R is equal to ABC over 4A. Okay, then A, bahala na kayo dito kung paano nyo hahanapin yung area ng triangle natin. Okay? Next one, kung meron tayong inscribe, meron tayong circumscribing the triangle, we also have a radius of the circle inscribed in a triangle. So baliktad naman. So kanina nasa labas yung circle natin, dito naman nasa loob. Kapag ganyan yung case, the formula for R is equal to area of the triangle over the semi-perimeter. Okay, so if we're going to apply kasi the formula for the Heron's formula for the triangle, we have square root of S times S minus A, S minus B, S minus C all over S. So as you can see, kapag ipapasok natin sa loob yung ating S, so this is equal to the square root of S, S minus A, S minus B, S minus C all over square root of S squared. So since same sila ng index, this is 2, so pwede natin yung pagsamahin. So ganito yung magiging itsura niya pag pinagsama natin. So therefore, we can cancel S. Or another formula for R, this is the derived formula. This is equal to the square root of S minus A, S minus B, S minus C over S. So if we're going to apply yung two tangent line, kunyari, hinahanap yung distance from AC, okay? So, babisect niya to, no? This is pi over 2 and this is also pi over 2. This is the radius. Ganun ha, kapag hinanap yung distance from any points here dun sa triangle. Kasi soon makaka-encounter tayo ng mga ganong problems in plane geometry. Okay, so let's apply yung natutunan natin kanina dun sa mga problems na to. For example, problem number 1, what is the area of the circle if the circumference is 18 pi? So we're going to find the area given the circumference equal to 18 pi. The area of circle is equal to pi r squared. Okay, as you can see, we don't have value of r. We only have value ng circumference. And remember, the formula for circumference is equal to 2 pi r. So here, we can actually get the value of r. This is equal to 18 pi. Divide both sides by 2 pi. 2 pi. So therefore, the value of our r is equal to 9. Okay? So 9 yung r natin. So now we can now calculate the value of A or the area. So this is pi times 9 squared. This is equal to 81 pi square units. So this is the answer for example problem number 1. We have example problem number 2. Find the sector bounded by 60 degrees central angle in a circle of radius 6 pi. So sector po yung hahanapin natin. Pag sinabi nating sector, this is bounded by the radius and radii and the arc. So this is 60 degrees and the radius is equal to 6 inches. Sorry, ang tanong dito is the area. Find the area of the sector. So if you still remember the formula of the sector, so formula of sector, this is equal to 1/2 r squared theta radians. Okay, so hindi naka-radians yung theta natin, but we can convert 60 degrees into radians. Okay, so lagay na natin dito at diretsuhin na natin 1/2 r squared, 6 inches squared. Okay, theta rad natin is 60 degrees. And remember the conversion, in 1 pi, meron tayong 180 degrees. So kindly compute the value of the area of the, area. What's the value of the area? So this is our answer for example problem number 2. Okay, so example problem number 3, meron tayong circle which has an area of 144 pi. This is cut into 2 segments by a chord that is 6 centimeters from the center of the circle. What is the area of the smaller segment? So we're going to find the area of the segment, no? So let's draw first the circle. Okay, so here we have a circle. We also have a chord. So the distance from center to the chord is 6 centimeters. Now we're going to find the area of the smaller segment or the minor segment. So ito yung hinahanap natin. Okay? So ito, binigay ko na yung or dinerive na natin yung formula for this one, which is the area of the sector minus the area of the triangle, or area of the segment is equal to 1/2 r squared times theta rad minus sine theta. Okay. Ang problema natin here is we don't have the value of r. But meron tayong area na given. The area of the circle is equal to 144 pi. And the formula of area is pi r squared. So divide both sides by pi. So the value of r squared is equal to 144, getting the value of r by squaring both sides. No? So taking the square root of both sides. So r is equal to 12 units. So we already have the value of r. Let's get the segment, area of the minor segment. So we have 1/2 12 squared. Ang problema natin, another problem natin is we don't have the value of the theta. So paano kaya yon? We have the value of r, right? R is equal to 12. And the distance from center to the chord is 6 centimeters. Actually, we can get the value of this angle, which is just half of the central angle. So if we're going to apply basic trigonometry, how are we going to find theta? Do you have any idea? We're going to apply identity cosine theta over 2. The adjacent is 6 centimeters and the hypotenuse is r or 12. So kindly find the value of theta. Kindly find the value of theta. So to find theta, ang makukuha nyo dito is theta over 2 muna. Get the inverse cosine of 6 over 12. Then, multiply nyo siya ng 2 to get the theta. The answer? Ano answer? 120 degrees. So, this is our central angle. Now, meron na tayong central angle. We need to apply na lang here. No? But, sabi dito, theta should be in radians. So, 120 degrees. Multiply natin yan ng pi over 180 minus sine 120 degrees. Okay? So let's find the value of the area or the area. Let's find the area of the segment. The area of the segment is, so, anong answer yung iba? Same ba with Maggay? Kindly, hit a thumbs up button. Kung tama, okay. So, tama naman daw. This is square units. So, this is our answer for sample problem number 3. So, pwede kayong mag-screenshot. Yes, may question tayo?
Sir, unit po natin is centimeter.
Centimeter pala, sorry. So, centimeter pala. Wala kasing unit dun sa area. Yeah. So, square centimeter or centimeter squared. So, centimeter squared. So, this is our answer for example problem number 3. Okay, next one. We have example problem number 4. The tangent AB and the second BCD are drawn to a circle from the same exterior point B. So that means we have a tangent and a secant. So let's draw. We have a circle. Let's say this is the exterior point B. We have the second line. Pangalanan natin, we have point C and point D. So let's draw, that's the second line, no? Let's draw a tangent line AB. So this is the tangent line AB. Now, sabi dito, if the length of the tangent is 8 inches and the exterior segment of the secant is 4 inches, what is the length of the secant? So when we say length of the secant, we're going to find the value of BD. So if you still remember the theorem, okay, the farthest times nearest. But since tangent yung isa, we have farthest times nearest equal to the length of the tangent squared. So that means BD times BC is equal to AB squared. So we're going to find BD, right? So that means AB squared times BC. Okay, AB is given. So this is 8 squared over BC is equal to 4. That means the value of BD is equal to what? 16 inches. Thank you. So ganun lang, no? As you can see, minimorize ko lang yung theorem at yung relationship or yung relationship nila para makuha ko yung value ng ating BD. Okay, yung isa is equal to ano lang, no? Kung second line din yan. Farthest times nearest again. Next one, proceed na tayo sa example problem number 5. Sabi dito, find the area of the cyclic quadrilateral given the following dimension. We have DE equal to 7 centimeter, CE is equal to 16, and AC, okay, AC is equal to 15 centimeter, and angle theta is equal to 30 degrees. Find the area of the cyclic quadrilateral. Paano kaya to, no? Parang, paano kaya? So if you still remember the formula of the cyclic quadrilateral, so that's the square root of S times S, square root of S, square root of S minus A, S minus B, S minus C, S minus D. Pero hindi na natin gagawin ganun, no? As you can see, yung ating, ano naman here is a combination of triangle and minus a smaller triangle. So, hindi na lang ganun yung gagawin natin na magka-quadrilateral tayo. But if you prefer na gamitin yung formula for the cyclic quadrilateral, kailangan mo munang hanapin lahat ng side na ito. Okay. So, 2 secant line given natin, no? So, ang gagawin natin, hahanapin muna natin kung ano yung value nito nung CB natin. Why? Kasi, yung bigger triangle natin, kaya nating hanapin yan using side 15 and 16, di ba? Kasi, ang gagawin lang natin na formula dyan is 1/2 AB sin theta. So, ang gagawin natin, hahanapin natin itong value na to, CD at BC. As you can see, pwede na natin actually makuha yung CD natin. Paano? Given naman yung CE natin, i-less na lang natin siya dun sa length ng BE. So we have 16 minus 7, which is equal to, ilan to? 9. Tama ba? So the value of our CD is equal to 9. Okay, lagay na natin dito 9. Hanapin na natin yung BC ngayon. So paano kaya siya? So if you still recall the theorem or the relationship, farthest times nearest. Okay? So farthest muna tayo sa taas. Farthest, this is AC times the nearest, which is CB, equal to farthest CE times CD. Okay? So ang hahanapin natin dito is value of BC or CB. Gawin na natin itong BC. Okay? So AC times BC equal to CE times CD. Kaya hanapin natin yung value ng BC natin. AC is equal to 15 times BC equal to CE, which is equal to 16 times CD natin. Ang value niya is 9. So, kindly find the value of BC. We have 9.6 centimeter. Now, anong purpose? Bakit kailangan natin ng BC? So again, the area of the quadrilateral is actually equal to smaller triangle, a bigger triangle minus smaller triangle. Okay, so since two sides are equal and the angle is also equal, okay, so this is A, this is B, we're going to use the formula 1/2 AB sine theta, no? Okay, dun tayo sa bigger triangle natin na triangle PE minus triangle BCD. Okay, dun muna tayo sa triangle ABE natin. Ang side na given natin is 15 and 16. Ang angle natin is 30. Next one, for the triangle BCD natin, ang side natin is 9.6 centimeter and 9 meters. 9 centimeter. So we have 1/2 times 9 times 9.6 centimeter sine 30 degrees. So dito, what's the value of quadrilateral? Kasi kung imagine nito, hanapin natin yung yung side BD and sine ED, pupunta pa tayo ng cosine law. So medyo mahaba na yung procedure natin. Again, what's the value of the quadrilateral? Area of quadrilateral?
38.4, sir.
38.4. 4 mismo? 0.4 sakto?
Yes, sir.
0.4 square centimeter. So, you try nga to use the area of the cyclic triangle, cyclic quadrilateral, by finding the value of BD and AE. Then you compare your answer based dito sa ginawa natin, 38.4 square centimeter. Kaya kung gusto niyo maging creative or medyo mapahaba, okay lang naman sa akin as long as tama yung sagot niyo. So, copy or screenshot. So, medyo pupunta na tayo sa last. Wait lang, check ko lang, ilang example ba tayo? Last 3 example na lang pala tayo. Okay, so next example natin, we have an equilateral triangle. This is inscribed in a circle with an area of 81 pi square units. Find the area of the triangle. Tama ba yung sinabi niya that the equilateral is inscribed in a circle? Or the circle is circumscribing the equilateral triangle? Is it the same or not the same? Yes, tama po, no? At same lang siya kapag sinabi natin na circle is circumscribing the equilateral triangle. Okay, the area is 81 pi square units and we're going to find the area of the triangle. Okay, if you're going to recall the formula for this one, okay, the radius is equal to what? ABC over 4A, wherein A is actually the area of the triangle. Okay, so that means A is equal to ABC over 4R. Okay, area of the triangle is equal to ABC 4R. Okay, this is an equilateral triangle, no? So let's say this is side A, B, and C. When we say equilateral triangle, the value of side A is equal to side B, and this is also equal to side C. Okay, so here, given po yung area ng triangle natin, and this is the radius. So, una muna nating hanapin yung radius ng ating circle. So, the radius of circle, we have area equal to pi r squared. We have 81 pi. This is equal to pi times r squared. So, cancel yung pi. So, that means the value of r squared is equal to 81, or the value of our r is equal to 9 square units. So, meron na tayong R. Okay, ang problema natin ngayon, ano yung value ng ABC? Or ano yung value ng A? Cosine. Paano yung cosine law? Paano siya? Bakit cosine law? If cosine law yung gagamitin natin, nag-guess ka naman, ito yung R natin, right? Ito yung angle. Ano ngayon yung magiging angle natin here? If sine law yung gagamitin natin. Ano yung value ng A natin? Ng angle natin. If sine law yung gagamitin natin. Remember na equilateral triangle yung ating, okay? This is 60 degrees. 60 degrees. Okay? This is also 60 degrees. Binisect natin. This is 30. And this is also 30. So that means theta is equal to what? 180 degrees minus 30 minus 30. Ilan to? Theta is equal to 120. Yes, 120 degrees. Now, let's use 120 degrees and the radius to find the value of A. Kasi same lang naman sila with B and C. Okay? Okay, let's find the value of A. A squared is equal to R squared plus R squared minus 2R times R cosine theta. So A squared is equal to 9 squared plus 9 squared minus 2 times 9 squared cosine 120 degrees. So let's find the value of A. 200. Are you sure? A is 243. Are you sure?
9 square root of 3 po.
Baka naka-squared
15.59.
to. Kaya 240
15.59.
Ilan? Anong value ng A
mali.
natin? Nakalimutan yung atang kunin yung square root kasi kung 200 masyadong malaki.
15.59, sir. 59 po.
15.59 units. Okay. So this is also equal to B and this is also equal to C. Now, pwede na natin actually makuha yung value or yung area ng triangle natin, no? Actually nga, pwede na natin kunin yung area ng triangle natin dito, di ba? Kasi napunan natin yung isang side, di ba? So 1/2 ABC sin theta na lang kasi 60 degrees, no? Check natin kung tama yung makukuha natin. 15.59 raised to 3 kasi parehas lang naman sila. 4 times R, which is equal to 9. So kindly find the value of A versus the area of the triangle, 1/2 times 15.59 squared sine 60 degrees. Check natin kung same sila. Ilan to? Anong area ng triangle using this one? 105.25 square units. How about using this formula? The same ba? Ano ba? Yes po. So that means this is also 105.25 square units. Okay, thank you. Nagkataon lang, sinuwerte lang talaga tayo, no? Sinuwerte lang tayo na kahit hindi na natin hanapin o gamitin yung formula na to, kung alam natin kung paano hanapin yung R at gamitin yung cosine law, pwede natin actually dumiretso dito. Kahit hindi na natin to gamitin. Sinuwerte lang tayo kasi equilateral triangle tayo, no? What if hindi siya equilateral triangle? Diba? Okay, so this is our answer for example problem number 6. Last example, or last 2 example. Last example tayo. Okay, so here we have an area of the leaf. We're going to find the area of the leaf, which is bounded by 2 congruent quarter arcs of the radius. So when we say quarter arcs, 1/4 nung ating circle. So as you can see, ito yung ano natin, yung leaf natin. So medyo mahirap. Kung titignan niyo parang, oh my gosh, ang hirap niya, no? Pero actually, kung i-separate natin yan, ang itsura niyan is ganito. This is 90 degrees. This is the radius. This is the radius. So, ibig sabihin lang yan, dalawa lang po. Wait lang ha. Continue ko lang. This is 90 degrees. As you can see, parehas lang pala sila na ganito. Medyo pinahirap lang tayo. This area, okay, yung area na kalahati na to is actually segment. So, ang gagawin lang natin, apply lang natin yung formula ng segment given the radius R. Sir, paano po yung angle natin? Don't worry, kasi yung angle natin dito, since quarter arc naman sila, so this is 90 degrees or 360 divided by 4. So, gamitin na natin yung formula ng sector natin. So, segment natin, area of segment is equal to, okay, 1/2 R squared theta rad minus sine theta. Okay? So we have 1/2 times 5 squared. Okay? Yung theta rad natin, this is 90 degrees. 90 degrees pi over 180 degrees minus sine 90 degrees. So what's the answer? 7.134 daw, sabi ni Maggay. Okay, so tama, no? 7.134 square centimeter, square centimeter. Is this our answer? Hindi pa. Kasi the area of the leaf is twice daw nung ating area of the segment. So that means we need to multiply our answer, this answer, to 2. So 2 times 7.134 square centimeter. So that means this is 14.268. Tama ba? Yes or no? Yes. Okay. Ganun lang siya. Mukha lang siyang mahirap, no? Pero ang dali lang talaga ng math, guys. Agree ba kayo na madali ang math? Hindi. Hindi kayo agree. Binigay ko naman na sa inyo to, for sure, inaral nyo na to, di ba? Hindi daw. Hindi daw madali ang math. Umiyak na si Kalimat. No daw, sabi ni Lozada. Tama na. Okay, last example na tayo, no? Okay. So, ito, labasin to, no? Pagdating natin sa MTAPS, Math Olympiads, talagang lumalabas. So, we have a distance between 2 centers of the 3 coplanar circles that are externally tangent to each other. So, given po yung kanilang sides, no? As you can see, we have a 3 circle and then tangent sila sa isa't isa. Sana all, tangent. Okay. So, ang ginawa niya, kinonect niya lahat nung center to center ng kanilang circle. Then, okay, given yung kanilang mga sides. So, we have 24, 20, and 28. So, ang tanong, find the area of the smallest circle. So ito, tutulungan ko kayo kung paano i-solve to, no? Manually and using your calculator. So as you can see here, for 28 centimeter, let's say this is our nawala ako. This is our circle number 1. This is our circle number 2, and this is our circle number 3. So this is combination of the 28 centimeter is combination of radius 1 and radius 2. So that means R1 plus R2 is equal to 28 centimeter. Next one, 20 centimeter is a combination of radius 2 and radius 3. That means R2 plus R3 is equal to 20 centimeter. Next one, or last, we have 24, that is combination of R3 and R1. So we have R1 plus R2 equal to 24 centimeter. So yung natutunan natin kay Ma'am Luis na 3 equation, 3 unknown, we're going to find the value of x, y, z, is i-apply natin dito. So that will be your assignment. Let's find the value of R1, R2, and R3. Okay, nalungkot sila. Ayaw nyo bang i-assignment? Yun kasi yung question, no? As you can see, paano kaya? Ay, sorry, this is R3. Sorry. Okay, so ang gawin natin, we're going to use method of elimination. Yeah. So when we say elimination, we're going to consider equation number 1, 2, and 3. Okay, magdalawang methods lang tayo ng elimination. Okay, we can also use the method of substitution if you want. So using equation 1 and 2, we have R1 plus R2 equal to 28, and we have R2 and plus R3 equal to 20. So ang gagawin natin dyan, as you can see, we have 3 unknown. We need to eliminate 1 unknown. So how? As you can see, the coefficient of R2, we have 2 common, no? R2 and R2, the coefficient are the same. So we don't need to multiply any variable, no? Ang gawin lang natin, i-subtract natin to dito. So kapag sinubtract natin yan, we have, makakancel tong R2. Kasi R2 minus R2 is 0. So we have R1 minus R3 equal to 8. So 28 minus 20, that's 8. So we have equation number 4. Now, itong equation number 4 natin, yun po yung gagamitin natin para makuha yung isang variable. How? Gamitin natin yung equation number 3 at equation number 4. Okay? So dito, we have R1 minus R3 equal to 8. Then, using equation number 4, R1 plus R3 is equal to 24. Okay. As you can see, pwede na nating matanggal yung isang variable, no? Yeah. But how? Pwede natin siyang i-add, no? Kasi kapag in-add natin yung negative R3 plus R3, maka-cancel siya. So, add natin. We have 2R1 equal to 32. So, divide both side by 2. We have R1 equal to 16. Now, meron na tayong value ng R1. No? Hanapin na lang natin yung value ng R2 at R3. Okay? Naman may tuturo ko yung calculator technique nito. Okay, so ang gawin natin, to find R3, we're going to use equation number 4. So R1 natin is 16. Equation number 4, R1 minus R3 is equal to 8. We have 16 minus R3, this is equal to 8. So to find R3 is equal to what? We have 16 less 8, so that means this is 8 centimeters. So, meron na tayong R3. Last one, pwede na natin gamitin yung any equation here to find the value of our R2. I'm going to use equation number 1. Okay, so equation number 1, we have R1 plus R2 equal to 28. Okay, meron na tayong value ng R1, we have 16 plus R2 equal to 28. That means the value of R2 is equal to 12 centimeter, tama. So, 12 centimeter. Now, meron na tayong R1, R2, at R3. Pwede na nating makuha kung ano yung pinapakuha niya. Bigger, smaller. Okay? So, kapag smaller circle, of course, yung smaller yung kanyang, o yung pinakamaliit yung kanyang radius, which is R3. No? Medyo obvious kasi sa ano natin kasi ito na ano natin eh. What if hindi siya scale? Now, tuturuan ko kayo ng another calculator technique kung paano natin makukuha yung R1, R2, at R3 ng mabilis. Using our calculator, you need to press mode. Sorry, may calculator ka dyan. So we have, you need to press mode. So you need to press mode. So as you can see, nakikita natin sa mode, guys. Asan ba yung mode? Yung tabi ng on. Yung mode is number 1, com, number 3, stat, number 5, equation. Ang gagamitin natin is yung equation. So, you need to press number 5 or C, equation. Okay? Kapag pinindot natin yung equation, mapupunta tayo sa 2 unknown, 3 unknown, 4 unknown. In other calculator, nakalagay dyan is x, y, equal to constant, x plus y plus z equal to constant, x plus y plus so on and so forth equal to constant. As you can see, 3 unknown yung nandito, no? Of course, you need to choose kung yung merong tatlong variable or 3 unknown kapag kanan yung gamit nyo. So you need to press number 2 or the 3 unknown. Pag meron na kayong 3 unknown, ang lalabas dyan, pinasa yung number 2, is we have table A, table of B, table of C, and the constant. Okay? A, B, C, D, or the constant. So, ano itong mga to? Actually, itong A, B, C na to will be the variable. So, let's say our A is the radius 1, our B is the radius 2, and C is the radius 3, and then D is the constant. Pwede na nating ilagay lahat ng values natin here. So, unahin natin yung equation number 1 natin. Sabi dito, we have R1 plus R2 equal to 28. Ang i-input natin here in our table will be our coefficient. Alam niyo naman po siguro kung ano yung coefficient. No? Okay, for equation number 1, we have R1 plus R2 equal to 28. That means this is 1, 1. We don't have R3, therefore this is 0, then 28. Equation number 2, R2 plus R3 is equal to R2 plus R3 is equal to 20. We don't have R1. So therefore, this is 0, this is 1, this is 1, and this is 20. And lastly, we have equation number 3. We have R1 plus R3 equal to 24. As you can see, we don't have R2. So that means R1, A is 1, R2 is 0, R3 is 1, then equal to 24. After na natin ma-input lahat ng values natin, okay, after natin ma-input lahat ng values natin, pinutin natin yung equal hanggang sa lumabas lahat ng values natin. Yung unang lalabas, that will be the R1 kasi sinet natin siya sa R1. Yung second na lalabas, that will be our R2, and yung last na lalabas, that's your R3. Kindly check kung tama lahat nung nakuha natin. Dapat ang lalabas dyan, R1 is 16, R2 is 12, and R3 is 8. Tama ba? Magic, no? Wow, magic. Wow. Okay, so piliin natin yung pinakamaliit kasi smaller circle nga yung tinatanong. That means we need to choose R3. So the smallest area is pi times 8 squared. This is equal to 64. So hanggang doon lang yung ating discussion about circle. I hope marami kayong natutunan. No? Sa mga higher subject natin, marami pa tayong matutunan na Caltech. At marami pa kayong matutunan na Caltech. Actually, hindi to dinidiscuss talaga sa sa classroom. Nakikita siya sa YouTube. Kayo na bahalang mag-explore. Okay, so that ends our meeting. I hope you gain something, you learn something. So thank you guys for listening. Goodbye.